Antiquity saw the Greek people colonize many lands. As the great powers of the world looked to colonies to broaden their wealth, so too did Greece. Sulawesi, an island in Indonesia and a source of rubber, made it the first target for colonization. Rubber remained an underutilized good, but with the continued changes in technology, there would be a need to prepare the nation's production. On the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, Oman began their own revolution. The Ottoman Empire, of course, intervened. General Demetrios and General Kolokotronis had a desire to test the army and navy's capability in warfare. That would mark the first war that Greece would fight the Ottoman Empire without any aid from Austria. The Ottoman Empire could not withstand the momentum of a unified Greek state. A truce was signed soon after they lost all of their holdings in the war. That meant that Wallachia and Moldavia stood alone. While the former stood down, Moldavia fought against Greece's subjugation. With more battalions added, they would soon join the growing coalition. Austria, the longtime protector of Greece, had a shift in attitude towards their protectorate. Jealous of its prestige and growing wealth, they made their discontent known through diplomatic channels. Without Austria once again, Greece would declare war on the Ottoman Empire in 1871 for Aden, Hudavendigar, and Skopje. 50 battalions marched and fought on, with the dream of a Greek empire within reach. All the sacrifice, blood and sweat led to the formation of Byzantium in 1873. King Otto would be no more. Instead, he stood as emperor, and no emperor could endure the role of another. Greece now looks to unshackle itself from its Austrian yoke, and so begins our chapter. The year is currently 1874, and we have many new radicals rising up because right now, our government is trying to push census suffrage. It's going to change up our elections, and sure, there might be some people who are upset about it now, like the landowners or the petit bourgeois, but in time, the people will learn and they will be happier for it. We're at nearly 4 million radicals, with nearly 2 million who are loyal to the government, though the growth in loyalists have decreased as of late. Our population, 24.7 million people, nearly 25 million. Standard of living, 14.5, which is not too bad, but we want it to be higher. Our literacy is actually fantastic, 53.2. You've got to consider that we have a lot of new people who've come to join our lands. Those from Hudavendigar and Aden over in Western Anatolia. It'll take time for them to be happy, but as of right now, they've added to our GDP, our national economy, which currently sits at over 100 million. That will decrease because there's going to be many wars, many conflicts that will cause that to happen. When it comes to our government as it currently stands, we have a large one. We have our constitutional empire and a legitimacy of 100%. Our election went on by and I had to reform our government. I put everyone into it but the landowners who were still being suppressed. I don't mind doing that. But we've got the Free Trade Party, and what formed was the Radical Party. Their symbol is a guillotine. Oh well, that's a sign of things to come. I only did that way we could have more legitimacy so that we could pass laws a little bit faster. In time, they'll have to leave. Also, I did not expect everyone to join the same party. Everyone but the industrialists over here who have so much power. So that coalition has formed. And after we change our distribution of power, we'll see what else we might do. We'll need a rest for a bit of time to decrease our amount of radicals. When it comes to our military, we have so many more men. We're able to mobilize up to 60 battalions, which for us is quite a bit. We've got over here Mavromatis, one of our newer generals, only 50 years old. He leads quite a few on his own. And I'm trying to ensure that our production, our supplies for them, are always there. If they're going to fight, the least we can do is supply them. Over here is Ioannis Kolokotronis, and he's also got quite a bit under his command. He had only 2 battalions for many, many years, but now he's got 20. And, of course, our old hero, Demetrios, 20 battalions. When it comes to our conscripts, I'll probably have to equip them for a period of time as well. We've also got some defenses too, as you're able to see over here. We could probably use a few more over here at the border, just to help us defend, because we're going to need aid. Now, we have formed a proper wall. We've got Serbia, Wallachia, and Moldavia on our side. In fact, it probably would have benefited me to not have Moldavia right now, but we'll see what we can do about that. Our navy, 30 total flotillas. They're growing too. Now, we have an issue over here with our colonies. It's really a shame, but if you could recall, we've got a strange war going on. The Dutch East Indies, they're fighting Austria. So Austria has men way down over here. And so our supply convoys, they're not able to fully supply and trade and interact with our colonies. So there are many shortages. In time, that'll go away. But my colony over here is unfortunately not doing too well. Then I have another one that's slowly growing, Western New Guinea, but that's okay. Their GDP is actually pretty sizable by comparison, and in time they'll have everything that they need again after this war is over. Speaking of Austria, you know what we've got to do now. It won't be easy. Austria has what, over 300 battalions, many they're able to conscript. They're ranked 3rd in the world. Their GDP, 121 million, but again, look at mine. We are comparable. Their population, 35.9 million. We are more literate. Our standard of living is higher. And so I do believe we're going to be able to fight them. Their leader over here, Ferdinand, is 81 years old. Now, they are allied to Russia. And Russia, oh, they too have a lot. They're led by Nikolai, who is 78. 90 million for their GDP, 328 for their battalions, over 30 for their flotillas. It's going to be a challenge for sure. But Austria has gotten into a pickle, I think. Let's have a look real quick. So there's that first war, but here's another war. France decided to go after the Swiss. I mean, it's a key location right in the middle between these two great powers. And there are many who have already died. On the French side, that attrition is really atrocious. But over for them, Austria is having to fight the bulk of that war too. So it could be that maybe they'll be too distracted. I mean, look at the turmoil all across Europe. The age of revolution is upon us. And so we've got to make our own decision to do something very soon. There's even a battle happening over here. Oh, look at that. They've got a ship run by, what? Steam? That's incredible, a steamship. Well, that's going to change up a lot. And that belongs to Italy too. So Italy right now, I do believe, is going to potentially, what? Not win their war. Oh, it does look like right now, the aristocratic revolt over here supported by Austria is winning, but they've still been bloodied by quite a bit. And yeah, have a look at that. Only one ship left. Italy has 40. They're doing so much better. It's finally time to do it now. We're going to confirm independence. They're going to have their usual allies, except for one, Russia. Right now, Russia is fighting Great Britain. What a bad idea. And it looks like Russia is supporting the Canadian Peasant Revolt. That's really far from home. Yeah, that's happening right over here. That works out to our favor. There's been 2 patches since our prior part, and there's been a few more revolutions happening and wars going on as of late. We need to mobilize. We need to ensure that all of our soldiers are ready and they are dug in. It won't be cheap, but that's why I've been saving up. Okay, so right now, Demetrios, I want you to fight potentially the mainstay of their army. Come over here real quick. Actually, right over to Serbia. That should do it. I've been very careful to conquer only a few parts of the territories we need at the moment. That way we could defend easily. Thankfully, because Russia is not moving in, Moldavia is going to be a great point to also defend from. Have a look at our wall. All built around natural terrain. A river, mountains too. That's going to be interesting. They're going to push in. I'm sure they might even break through. Keep in mind, they do have very many talented generals, but we've got a great shot. Now, my only goal right now is independence, but I could also potentially get a new subject. There's nothing really over here that I want at the moment, and they would be locked away from me. But I could also liberate a new country. Oh, what about that? Hungary. Transylvania too? We've got some options over here. I like the ideas. You know what? We're kind. We're gonna do that. Oh, we're very kind. And I would like some money as well, so we'll take that too. Then we've got 35 more maneuvers to use up. Let's liberate one more country. Done. So we're gonna liberate 2 countries, potentially get reparations and independence. That alone is gonna change a lot. And hopefully, they're not gonna have any aid. We're not gonna have any aid for sure. Russia is leaning towards them, so they could still join in. If they do, that will change up the war. I might need to conscript a few men, but we'll see in time. We now have our countdown to war. Hopefully we're going to be able to make some inroads over to the east. If we're able to do that, then maybe we could end the war a bit earlier. We mobilized fairly early on, which means we've got some attrition, and that's unfortunate, but it happens. I'm hoping my allies are going to hold still. We don't need them out there advancing. We just need to hold on because we only need to strike where they're weak, like over here, right by Moldavia. Yeah, they're fighting 2 other wars at the moment, so that gives us a good opportunity to potentially deal some damage. But we've got to play it carefully if we're able to. Ooh, 70 battalions over here. We've got the leader of Egypt. He's out there fighting too. An older man, but he's one expert offensive planner. Plus 30% to offense, plus 200% to surprise maneuver chance. Very good. All right, we've got the money, so we'll come over here real quick and change from wooden buildings to iron frame buildings. Done. I've got the money. Oh, here we go. Okay. So our law did pass. Literate men of a certain status are given a vote. We did lose a bit of authority. That's okay. We get more political strength from literate pops' votes. Plus 15 to a wealth threshold for voting and more legitimacy. Now, the usual parties like and dislike what we've done, but here we have a leader of the petit bourgeois who's actually a radical, so he supports progressive policy. That's interesting. Let's watch him. Alright, we'll come over here real quick to help out. 1 decree gone. No more violent suppression for you. I'm pretty sure they're not going to miss it. Alright, now what is happening over here? They're winning a battle. Very good. Elsewhere, we are taking territory. Over here in Serbia, oh, they pushed out. Why did you do that? You didn't have to. Yeah, if only they didn't. We just need to hold on. If we do that, then we're going to be able to say, hey, look, we're taking lanes over here, but over there we just need to maintain the line. So Egypt at speed 4 is about to win a major fight. We are sinking convoys, very good, 16 so far, which is not a lot. We need to be able to sink a lot more. The leader of Krakow only has 2 battalions. What a madman. He's like, I got a top hat and medals. I don't need men, I've got me. Okay, maybe you need a few men then. There we go. So right now, we are taking lands. Oh, hold on. They've got many more soldiers here. Come on, Mavromatis, win a battle. Beat them. If he beats them, I'll feel pretty good about that. As of right now, though, he's doing it. All right, our dear friend. Yeah, check out that artillery. Our offense, 59. Rapid advances. We're going to be able to capture more provinces. Very good. They're in the mud. They're not going to capture anything at all. All right, so elsewhere, we've got issues. A lot of issues. Yeah, they're still just out there trying to hold on at the moment. But we are beating them in a proper battle. That feels pretty good. I was wondering if we could actually do that. I didn't know. All right, let's move up to 4 speed at the moment. Normally, I don't watch a war so closely, but I've got to. It's my war for independence. I've got to do it. Yeah, they lost a battle. That's unfortunate. There's a loss. Boo. And elsewhere, they're still fighting. Who's over here? All right, good. Demetrios, who's a very good defender, has what? 112 defense. Incredible. Yeah, he's got some camouflage too. Plus 10% to army defense. They've lost what? Nearly 2,000 who are dead, over 5,000 who are wounded. We took some hits, but we did it. That's what I'm talking about. We only need Demetrios to hold on. He's too good at defending. Okay, Wallachia, you're led by General Dragos, and unfortunately you're losing a battle. Oh, that was a devastating loss too. That's why they only need to hold on. Over here though, Mavromatis, he's winning a fight. Good job, my friend. Okay, Ioannis, I could have you defend right over here. It would take some time, but you could do it. No, they're going to be okay. They've got plenty of men. They're going to be fine. I'm going to let my 2 armies advance over from the east, because again, we just want to be able to wash over them. Now, we have many who are wounded and dead. But we've got our victory. We've done it. Check out the casualties. Okay, so on our side, many Turkish people died, Greek, and so on. Let's have a look again. So down over here, they've got nearly 100 battalions. They're still fighting. They're still doing what they need to do at the moment. I just hope we don't advance again. Elsewhere, what are we doing? Ah, Dragos, he's doing it again. He's out there attacking. I mean, he's keeping them busy, but we don't want him to keep him or keep them busy. We want them to just maintain. Ah, well. All right. Let's have a look elsewhere, like down over here. All right. Unfortunately, they're doing a little bit of that old-fashioned convoy raiding, but we're also raiding them too. No one is going to trade today. Though our GDP is doing fine, we've got plenty of bureaucracy too. I did expand our government administration. Oh, France, you're here. Oh yeah, look at that. They pushed right in. That's really bad for them. We've got some new technology. Enlistment offices. I don't need to conscript people, not right now, but here's what I do want. Let's come on down. Modern nursing. That way, we're going to be able to pick up, well, field hospitals. Wallachia pushed on over here. They're losing a major battle. Over to the east, Egypt is too. And further out, we've got a win by Moldavia. Yeah, they've won a lot. Good for them. I've got Joanna's back at base right now, resting up. He'll be back eventually. There's France. They're winning currently. Outnumbered, but doesn't really matter. They're doing it. They're getting closer to our front line as well. So pretty soon we'll be in 1876, and it looks like we're fighting the mainstay of their army. They're all divided too. A politician has died. Okay, I don't really know him. Let's come back down over here and check out on our supply node. Yeah, I've got my fleet over here raiding. Their trade is probably done for. They've got their own fleet over here. He's got, what, 12 warships? Not bad. Our port connections are doing great. Good, good. So we're doing fine. Let's come back out. Oh, you went after Demetrios, who had a defense of, what, 114? The highest in the world is meant to be 105, but Demetrios, he's like, man, I built a wall out of my sheer will. Back over here, we've got a win happening. So we are winning in a few areas. Our allies are overtly aggressive. They shouldn't be. They should calm down, but we are making gains. It's just going to be a very long war. Or maybe if France continues to fight for a long time, it won't be. If they don't fight, though, it's going to be an issue. They are capturing a lot of territory. Yeah, please, keep fighting. It's going to help us out. I knew that the war would be bloody, but of course I want to minimize any bloodshed. So we're back over here. Now we're losing a battle. That's unfortunate. Okay, where should I strike? Let's have a look. Nowhere at the moment. They've got a lot of men everywhere. I could do a naval invasion, but I wouldn't be able to properly support it. Yeah, I could strike out over here and open up a new front, but if we break in one area where we're at now, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, there goes France again. We're just going to watch what they do at the moment. We'll keep on fighting. We're pushing out. Not quickly, but we are pushing out. Good job, Egypt. Yeah, if Egypt wasn't on my side, things might be a little bit different. I've built up a coalition. I mean, if you really look at it, I've built up so many different players here. That's why we've got so many different types of soldiers out here fighting all together. Whereas Austria, they have pretty much no one. They're all alone. Thankfully, Great Britain fought Russia, though that might be over as of right now. Ooh, there's more plays happening. Don't involve me. I'm busy. They took over some lands over here in Moldavia, so that line is about to probably collapse, I believe. We'll come over here and help out. We'll try to. Yeah, they're just taking over at the moment. We don't want to be encircled. It could happen, though. There's France. We should wave. Maybe get some bread. I don't know. All right, only one battalion over here. That's where we are winning. Good job, Egypt. We're at 4 speed at the moment. Serbia, they're pushing in. It's only in Moldavia where things are not going too well. Wait, here we go. There's a win. Reversal. Okay, take him to Suplex City. That's what I like. We're pushing out right now. We're winning in a few different areas. They won't always be fighting France. After that, I don't know what might happen. Though hopefully we'll take even more territory. Hold on, Demetrius, come over here real quick. I could have you move over here to the east where they need a lot more aid. You know what? We'll do that for now. Yeah, we need Demetrios to be our wall. Mavromatis will have you move over here where they're quite weak. That to me is a pretty good idea. Egypt, you want a battle. Very good. They had a failed defense. They're losing so many. Their population is large, but still. They should be out there watching out. Okay, one fleet is continuing to grow in size. They've got 9 warships total. And as of right now, they're probably doing a pretty good job at raiding. Okay, Serbia. Again, you won. Oh, if only that war fighting France would go on. Though Austria is now winning a few battles. Good for them. Bad for me. Oh, don't go after the capital of Serbia. We're not going to let you take it. It won't happen. Yeah, see, right now we're holding on. We are equitable in number over on the Western Front. Over to the east, things are getting rather grim at the moment. That's why we've got to watch out. Oh, look at that. So Moldavia was taken, but we now have a line where it's pretty easy to defend. Yeah, Demetrios, you'll be over there. Patronus, you'll wait too. Mavromatis, you as well. We could actually just move over here to the, let's see, west. Yeah, I think we'll do that instead. So now we've only got 2 fronts to worry about. I do feel bad for Moldavia, but they're going to be okay. It might actually benefit us. Oh, look at that. Egypt, they're pushing back out. They're doing what needs to be done. And Serbia is really leading the way right into the middle of Austria. Again, a good thing for us. Let's push out a little bit. Mavromatis, you too. Yeah, we probably have a little bit more time until that war ends over to the west with France and Austria. So we might as well try to push out even more. Because right now we're winning a lot. We've got, let's see, identification documents unlocked, more taxation capacity. Very nice to have. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. They're here now. I don't like that. We're gonna have to try to defend after we're done fighting again. There we go. Good job. We're winning outright. That's a good thing. Alright, so now that they're everywhere, we just need to defend. Could just have you advance over to the east. A better idea. Demetrios, you are defending over here. Good. Lokotronus, you know where to go. Yeah, there's Demetrios. He's over to the east, but we're going to move him over to the west. Thankfully, we're winning in 2 different areas. We'll go up to 4 speed again. We're about to be in 1877. Alright. Demetrios, move over here real quick. Done. Lokotronus, are you still fighting? You were still fighting. We'll move you back over to the east. Go defend. Yeah, we should only need Demetrios over to the west, but they're no longer fighting France. So now, oh, there we go. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. If we have Demetrius in charge every time, they're going to lose every single battle, and our losses will be minimal. Look at theirs. They can't do it. Thank you, Serbia, our great wall over there. Ooh, we're losing the Mavromatis. Okay, so we'll need his force to actually just kind of wait things out now. Yeah, there's a major loss on our side. The casualties are quite high. Darn it. If only we had our machine guns, but we don't. Alright. We'll just hold over here for right now. I could actually have my... Okay, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to have him stand by. That way, there's no further attrition. We don't need more attrition, not right now. Serbia, they're moving back out. So while we defend over in Serbia proper, their army's out there taking small amounts of territory. And it's actually working out. Look, their war support, it's going down. That's really good. Okay. They've got more dead than we do. It could be much worse. It hasn't been. And look at my balance. We were dipping into our credit, but not for too long. I mean, I do have a lot of credit too. All right, we'll keep on pushing because right now we've got a great shot at winning. Look at what happened here. They never touched our own territory. We fought over Wallachia, Serbia, and Moldavia. Okay, industrialist, what? Deactivated, what a shame. Stelios died. He was quite young, too. Alright, back over here again. Here's another great win. We might actually win a lot sooner than I thought. Having a major front works out in my favor. They're losing a lot due to attrition. We don't have the same amount of troops out there fighting. They've got so many more. Yeah, I could have even more men just pulling back. I'm not going to do that right now, but we've got options, you know. Ooh, Wallachia. Yeah, they went off to go attack. Not that I wanted that. Uh-oh, the Ripper. The daily newspaper reports a series of horrific murders in Thessaly. According to the article, the police are powerless to stop the murderer, who they dub the Larisa Ripper. Okay, so we've got to find him. 20% more radicals from standard of living decreases. 19 years. Jeez, man. Okay, let's come over here real quick. So we've got to invest into our police institution. Yeah, we've got to find him. So we'll come over here real quick. I'm currently at rank 3. Well, I can't go any higher. I need more bureaucracy. That won't be cheap. Yeah, there's another loss, unfortunately. Demetrios. Yeah, you've got your whole front under control right now. We just need to hold on to it ourselves and we'll be okay. Here's another fight where they're losing, where Egypt is again winning. And I wonder what they're going to look like after all these wars. I mean, their population has got to take a few hits after that, I think. Oh, hold on. A naval battle. Oh, they lost it too. Yeah. Egypt has a pretty good navy. I mean, keep in mind, Egypt is linked over into my economy. They're exporting cash crops over into my lands, and I'm paying them for them. Sure, they won't become powerful like us, but they still have a pretty good quality of life. Uh-oh. We got him! Hey! We found him. Okay, the killer known as the Larisa Ripper, who has long plagued the state of Thessaly, has finally been arrested, all thanks to our mini cops too. So we got him. 10% more authority for us for 5 years. Ha! Nice work. Now we just need to end a war. Our war is about to be over, which is great for us. We'll also have liberated 2 countries, and they'll also pay us reparations too. So even though there's been a massive loss of life, it's going to be worthwhile. It won't be in vain. So now we're at what for their war support? Negative 98.7. It is all over for them. They couldn't do it. It's been going on for quite some time, but it's over now. We're making money. We're gonna have to redo all of our trade routes, but that's okay. There we are. Oh, look at Austria now. They have been torn apart. 19 million for your GDP, Transylvania. What about you? A smaller country. An absolute duchy. We could also look at them later on if we ever want to have a few more friends. Austria, though, they're not doing nearly as well. Look at their military. That's why I wanted to do that. They've got 120 regular battalions over here in Hungary. Austria, 141. They're a lot weaker now. Okay, so I'm going to have to come over here and get rid of a lot of trade routes. Our economy has changed up quite a bit. In fact, we're going to be able to actually look at our tariffs. I know it's crazy, but we're going to be able to do that. It's wild. We'll need to import and export and just do a lot more. Currently, I'm losing money, but that won't always be the case. And let's see here. When it comes to our lands, I mean, we could easily project our power onto our neighbors right now. What is my infamy like? Oh yeah, it's gone down. We freed people. We're a good people, a good state, all right? Our infamy is only 39. That's a lot lower. It still needs to decrease, but hey, the Greek state. The rise of nationalism has created an irredentist desire among our citizens to incorporate all the lands of the Greek people under a single Greek state. That's true, we are going to do that. Here's another event. Freedom, equality, and brotherhood. The petit bourgeois, under the leadership of Dracos, has ushered in an era of liberal politics. Okay. Let's get Nikolaus over here to also be a radicalist for fun. Done. Alright, so we're going to have a few new events to follow later on. And as of right now, our GDP has bounced back up to 102 million. That's really good. France would like a trade agreement that would get rid of any tariffs and also the bureaucracy cost of having a trade between our two countries. We'll do that. And Ionian Islands, you have no friends, I believe. You'll belong to us again. Let's have a look at their population. They are largely Greek. They should belong over to our dominion. So now they'll return to us, and my infamy will go up by a bit, but that's okay. 45. I'll deal with it. I'm now ranked 4th, which is crazy in my view. So I've been going through all of my mini trade routes. I'll need to continue doing so, changing up my tariffs too. It's a lot of lever pulling. We do need more tools, a lot more. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to certainly import a few more from Austria. Hey, why not? I'll let my industry continue to build up. We are losing some money per month, but that's okay. We've got to spend money to make money at the moment. And I do wonder, right now the Austrians are paying me how much? Oh, a pretty decent amount. Over 22,000. That's really good. Egypt even more. If we have a look over here at the Ottoman Empire, we'll be able to attack them when? 1877. Not bad at all. So now, we just need to wait for our current play to play out. They'll probably want to give up. I doubt they want to actually fight us, so we'll see though. The Russians would like to fight us, which is really a shame, but it's going to happen in just a moment. It would be great if Britain came to help us, but they're not going to do it, which means we're going to be all alone. That's okay though. Here's what we're going to do then. We're going to have our normal forces over here defending for a long period of time. Elsewhere, we're going to have Demetrios defending. We're going to find out if he's going to be able to handle over 100 Russian battalions. I do believe he's going to be able to do that. Now, thankfully, we've got a very powerful fleet. Their trade comes through our territories. They're in trouble. I've got over here 14 warships, another 20. They're done for. Thankfully, no other powers are getting involved, and it would be a great way to weaken our enemies. The Russians have got to go. They'll pay me once we're all done. There. Disease among the wounded. Oh dear. Mortality. Only for 1 year though. We'll take that for the moment. Let's have a look over here at trade routes again. Few are going away. That's okay. We'll get a few new trade routes later on. I'm currently working on more administration because that's what we need. Oh, here's a major battle. Dear God. Look at the numbers, and they're losing so many. Our casualties, not great, but it's really not too bad. Okay, so we've got electrical capacitors. We'll look at that later. Right now, we've got to focus on our war, which is not going to be kind to us. Though, whatever army they have over here, they're not going to have a lot of aid. No. Meanwhile, what about you? Yep, there's Demetrios. He's having a great time, by the way, killing everyone. Oh, and we're going to enact private health insurance because right now we have no health system, but also industrialists like it. I'll have to change a few laws they won't like later on, so we've got to find one where they're happy. It's a great way to balance out your parties. Okay, Demetrios, you killed... Oh yeah, look at that. Over 10,000 casualties total. Mikhail, you're having a bad day. So I do believe Demetrios alone could handle everything over here. They're gonna fall apart. I wonder how long the war will last. As long as we're not attacking, we should be okay. I mean, they're the ones pushing out. In fact, we'll move up in speed for right now. Our economy is doing fine. It's growing slowly. I'm still building a lot. I'm currently using credit, but that is not a big deal either. Uh-oh. Police brutality. You know what? I'm gonna say it's okay. No, I'm not gonna do that. We'll bring it down for right now. We'll get 2 parties to like me more. If I want to, I'll be able to bring it up later. Or what about now? I could bring it up to level 4. That wouldn't be cheap. More education would also be nice too. You know what? We'll do that instead. Less policing and more education, because we could use more educated people. Though our rate is going up quickly. Oh, here's a bad battle though. Yeah, Not an easy one at all. We'll come over here to 5 speed only briefly. We did win, but we had a lot of casualties. They had, what, over 22,000 wounded. Now, of course, their population is much higher. Oh, dear God. Here's another battle. Go on, Demetrius. Come on. Yeah, they're throwing in human waves right now. That's got to be horrendous. I mean, no matter how strong you are, when you're fighting waves of men like that, you're going to take casualties. They've got over 17,000 wounded. Now let's have a look at my own production real quick. We do have filled hospitals. Yeah, it's not cheap, but we are doing it. Now, I've got to wonder real quick, how are our trade nodes doing? I would assume pretty darn well. Yeah. Let's have a look over here real quick. The Russians are trying to do what right now? We could do some raiding for fun. You know what? Let's go raid a bit more. Right over there. We are raiding a bit further down at a different node, but let's raid everywhere. And what's over here now? Okay, the Emperor is intervening. We'll do that, sure. I like being able to pass my laws quickly. It saves me a lot of trouble and time. Yeah, as we're able to look at the war unfold, we're going to win. It's just a matter of how much they're willing to bleed for, well, islands. Greek islands at that. They shouldn't even be over here. Okay, don't attack. I wish my allies would not go out there and try to attack. What a bad idea. We only need to hold. Don't get me into trouble. One day, they're going to have to join me directly, I think, because I can't allow them to keep on doing that. How many convoys? 78 convoys sunk. Not bad. Okay, let's come back over here real quick. Gonna change up a few trade routes. I like to look at what is rather expensive. Silk is a huge pain. We'll produce more later on, and I'll find a few other goods as we go on. But let's see here. They've lost how many so far? Look at those casualties. Over 81,000 dead. 19,000 dead on our side. Wounded, over 40,000. They've got over 150,000 who are wounded. Wild. Our bloody war continues to move on. Over 11,000 wounded. I've got to keep on pointing out how insane it is for these battles to really play out how they have. We now have private health insurance. There we go. The industrialists are happier. For now, I'm going to make them pretty mad in just a moment. We're going to change up another law. Proportional taxation. A mainly income-based tax system that tries to ensure everyone pays a roughly equal share of their income to the state. It's got to be fair. We'll make a lot more money. Though, naturally, industrialists will not like it. I'm just trying to not tick them off too much. As it currently stands, our Greek army is incredible. We've got so many people fighting on our side, and we cannot be stopped. Not yet. Though we are playing defensively, if we had to go on the offense, we would lose so many more. Our population goes up, our standard of living also goes up. I mean, have a look over here. They've got nearly 200 battalions, but they can't do anything. Their casualties are quite high. And as of right now, we're losing money, though that may change in the future. Raising concerns, okay. You know what, trade unions? I don't care right now, largely because industrialists are already pretty mad at me, so I've got to watch out for that. Here's another major battle. Dear God, they had 81 battalions. Have a look at the losses again. Demetrius says, no, here's my wall. I could build it out of sand and you still couldn't pass it. Over 9,000 wounded. I mean, they're going to be hurting after our current war. Russia fought Great Britain. I wonder how many they lost over there. I feel like right now they're probably losing a lot more just because of what's happening at the moment. They're having to attack, but they can't break anything. Over 20,000 wounded. So pretty soon, the war's going to be over. They'll probably draw out of it. Yeah. Over 150,000 who are dead. Over 300,000 who are wounded. Those losses are unsustainable for anyone. That's a good thing for us at the moment. Now, we do have our colonies. I haven't really been expanding, not too much. I mean, I've been allowing my own colony over here to passively just expand on its own. Yeah. It's growing, not quickly, but it is growing. I don't really want to focus my resources over here just yet. Eventually, that's going to change, and I'll want to do that. The Dutch East Indies, they're a bit of a threat over here. They're actually probably one of the more dominant powers down in Southeast Asia, so we'll need to say hello one day. The election is over. The Radical Party won by a large margin. I don't need to reform, I don't believe. I could bring out the industrialists. They would be angry with that. Let's see. We would still be quite legitimate. You know what? We'll do it. Done. Now they're out too. They are weakening. The intelligentsia, they hold a great bulk of power. The trade unions are growing though. 16.4%. Our armed forces, I mean, they have a lot of clout as well. Let's come on down back over here. A good vintage. I could use a bit more prestige. We'll take that. Back over to another battle. All right. The casualties are growing. They are mounting. On our side, from battle, we've only lost a little over 4,000. For them, over 80,000. I can't believe it. But it's what we expect for right now. When it comes to our economy, we are growing. We are doing fine. I'm producing so many fine goods. It'll take time for me to really advance over to full-on electric-powered production, but that'll come later. Okay. So we now have gantry cranes. +1 to port max level. Very nice. We'll look at that later on and how we might be able to change up our economy. But as it currently stands, it looks like now we've got what? Russia that is probably about to give up. There's no way they're going to stay here for too much longer. They can't do it. It's impossible, I think. Yeah, let's go back up north. Oh, dear God. Are we pushing out now? Is that what we're doing? I don't want to do that. I'm here to sit for a bit. Yeah, I'm here to stay calm and sit for a bit. They're attacking again. Over 3,000 who are wounded, over 1,000 who are dead. Another loss. Demetrios again did it. Now we have proportional taxation. That's really fortunate. For some laws, it has taken me a very long time to actually pass any of them, but here we go. 25% income tax rate, 35% for consumption, 25% for dividends. Not bad at all. Okay. So there we go. Industrialists, I know you're very angry. We're now making a lot more money. I mean a lot more. My expenses are still quite high, but we're actually just overcoming all of it. Our convoys sunk? Oh no, 10 of them. I mean, I've been trying to strike out at Russia, but they've got so much going on over here. Alright, we've got a stable supply of power. We could choose unlimited power for more power plants building throughput, or work on a bit of advancement for further technologies. We'll take that. Sure. Shift work. 3K. Now we've got that building up too. I thought maybe by now they would give up, but I was wrong. As our GDP grows. Oh, it's going up. Let's see here. Over 200,000 dead now. Incredible. We'll go up in speed. Let's have a look at our building queue. We've got many new tooling workshops I'm working on right now. Because we do need a lot of tools. They're not cheap at the moment. They've got to be cheaper. Oh yeah, there we go. 50.5. But I want them dirt cheap. Because it'll only benefit all of us. Okay. For the war right now, our generals are moving. We're actually advancing. Russia, are you okay? What happened, buddy? A lot, I suppose. Their GDP is currently stagnant. And there we go. They're done fighting. Now they're going to pay us. How much? I guess we'll find out right now. Okay. 38,000 for 5 years. That's how much we're making per month. Oh, poor Russia. But my income goes up now, so if I want to, I could spend a lot more. I'll wait to get some gold reserves, and then I'll go crazy building up what I want. But that war is over. It's currently, what, 1879? Socialism has been unlocked. We could have a revolution or two. It's very likely, but thankfully, we don't have any issues just yet. All right, let's come back over here. Make peace. You know what I want. All right, we have our islands back. They're back now. Their GDP is quite low, so they produce a lot of fabric. They're struggling, not for much longer. No, now that we have all of them under our control, they're going to be okay. They're going to be all right. Let's put a railway over here for one. And I'll really think about what industry I want them to have. I could just work on tobacco plantations for them, like 5, just for a few things over there, just to ensure they have employment. Very nice work. It's about time for me to go back into war. Let's come over here and take over Bulgaria. I could take over everything over here in the Balkans, but my infamy would shoot up. I could even make the Ottoman Empire my puppet, but I wouldn't be able to do anything for a very long time, and everyone would hate me too. I don't want that. So we'll conquer a bit of territory. After that, I would like to liberate a few countries. That way, they'll be weaker, much weaker. Let's come over here. Iraq is one option. We could go after Lebanon. That's another one. Or Kurdistan. Iraq it is. Done. Oh, they're gonna love me. Now, they've got some help. Italy is gonna help them out, which is really a shame. They shouldn't do that. You know what? I'm gonna come over here and cause a few issues too. Ottoman Empire, enjoy your embargo for one. We'll come over here and raid. Let's see, right there and right over here. They're not gonna make any money. Meanwhile, my allies are getting ready. That's why I haven't taken their lands yet. They're a great help to me. We're not gonna mobilize just yet. I don't want to. I just want to ensure that right now, they're gearing up. So they're coming over here to Wallachia. That's fine. Now, Bulgaria, what do you have? Your GDP is not too bad. You make a lot of furniture. We could always use more. Logging camps too. After they join us, oh, they're going to have a lot more. Then later we could go after Cyprus. We'll have a truce for many years, but then after that. Oh yeah, they're not making a lot. They could be though. We just need them on our side. Yeah, Egypt, they're just getting ready too. They're all over. We'll mobilize and go after all of them once we have our countdown to war. We're building up a massive new army right over here in Eastern Thrace. It'll take some time, but eventually we're going to have a 4th army. When it comes to what Italy is doing, they've got nearly 100 battalions all in one area. Demetrios will be over here to help defend. Elsewhere, we just need to conquer every bit of land. Hopefully, if we're able to keep Italy busy, we could do that. Now, our allies are moving in. They're going to attack where our enemies are weak. And I'm also using another fleet too. There he is, right over here, Pantelis. He's got 15 warships total, and we're going to have them just escort all of our convoys. We want to ensure that our trade is quite powerful. If they want to fight us at sea, so be it. We've got the ironclad now, very good. So we could use even more technology. That's going to change up a lot, by the way. Let's come over here. We'll pick up for now. Ah, there it is. Steel frame buildings. So +5 to construction sector max level. And we even get more infrastructure from our population too. That's pretty good. Let's wait for our countdown to war. They are worried. It's going to be a savage one. I could get a few reparations. You know what? Italy, you came over here. I'll do that. And also you two Ottomans. There we are. Give me money. Alright, so back over to our buildings. Ironclads. It won't be cheap, but we are making money at the moment. Let's come down over here real quick. Shipyards. Steamships. We'll make a lot more money. Extensive military shipbuilding. I do like that idea. Let's do it. We're going to make them dirt cheap, but it's going to change up our economy. I mean, absolutely. Let's come down over here too. What about some fishing? Ah, there we are. Steam trawlers. Look at that. 41.9k. That'll be great. Let's do it. All right. Now we just need to wait for the war to break out. Yeah, Demetrios, he'll be over here. He's going to be heavily outnumbered, but that's okay. Again, if we're able to take over everything else, then it won't really matter how many men they have on one front. We've got all of our barracks built over here. It's about time to pick up a new leader. Now, it's going to be Metaxas. He's a popular commander for one. He's charismatic. He's got a psychological affliction, sure, but he's also an expert offensive planner. That's going to be great to have on our side. There we go. So now we have another leader. Let's wait for him to get more men. The war has broken out. It's going to be a savage one. But we've got all of our forces in position. I think we've got a pretty good shot at winning. Our economy is doing well. In fact, it's growing at the moment. Oh dear God. There's a lot of drama happening elsewhere too. Look at that, turmoil all over. Meanwhile, our lands are doing okay. Yeah, they're doing fine. Egypt, they're going to be key to a lot of my future victories. I've got right now mini sea nodes where I do believe are quite safe. Good. My enemies, I hope they're not safe. Now, we don't have any real battles just yet. I'm going to send out our leader later on. He could mobilize right away, but let's wait for him. He needs to build up more. Yeah, that's my goal, for him to have maybe 20 under his command. We don't need to strike out just yet. Here's one battle, a major one at that. Dear God. Okay. Kolokotronis, if you could win that, that would be ideal. The casualties are quite high. Oh, I am not a fan. Yeah, you actually do have to watch over wars a lot more, especially later on. No, even early on too. I mean, I have got to just really look at everything that is happening over here. There is a failed attack and defense, because fronts can shift so quickly. Thankfully, we were able to take over these lands by flanking them. That's why you don't want too many fronts. Back over here, we're defending. Very nice. Yeah, look at that. They're being isolated. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Ah, an allied general. He's defending right now at 81 defense. A prince over here from Italy. He's not doing too hot. Look at these casualties. Over 6,000 wounded, over 2,000 who are dead. All right, 17 right now for your battalion number. I want you to have 20. 20 feels like a pretty good amount. All right. Kolokotronis, I could move you elsewhere. We've got more lands to take over. And my allies are doing fine. They're going to be okay. Instead, let's have you move over here to Anatolia. Let's begin to take over there. Meanwhile, to the northeast, they're isolated. Have a look at that. Yeah, they can't do it. Naturally, we're going to have a loss or two. It's going to happen. Like over here, over 2,000 wounded. Thankfully, not too many have died. That's a good thing. We've got steel railway cars. So we've got tanker cars for oil rigs and steel passenger carriages for railway. Nice. All right. That's not going to be cheap. So while a battle goes on, we'll have a look at that in just a moment. Here's another major fight. Oh, come on. Let Demetrius take command. There's Egypt, 91 years old. Yeah, I have a feeling in the future they might change up the numbers to where people are not going to live for so long, but it's a great thing for right now. Yeah, we took over a large portion of what we need. There's only a few holdouts right over here to the northeast. Meanwhile, over in the Middle East, oh my God. Yeah, they're taking over everything. They don't have a lot. They can't really do it. Look, Kotronus, you'll be moving out too. I've got my 4th army and they are ready to strike out. We could have him move over here. It's one idea. Or back over here to Anatolia. Yeah, see, right now we're doing so fine. Yeah, we'll go after one little front where I don't really need to worry about resistance. That battle's still going on. Let's have a look at buildings again. We've got to. The railway. There we go. All right. So we're going to have decreased employment for many people. But they're going to be able to find other jobs. For transportation, it's going to become dirt cheap. Good for us. All right. Let's see. Less wood consumed, but more steel. So we'll need to produce more steel. I plan on it. That's my goal. I'm going to build up more coal, iron mines too, and we'll produce a lot more steel. Man, it's crazy. They don't have a lot of land up here, but they're holding. There's Wallachia. They're defending right now. Elsewhere, we've got what? Mavromatus. Good. They had a blunder. So he's about to win. That's what I wanted. Check out all of that artillery. I mean, there are battles happening right by each other. We just need a bit to shift and that entire front will be gone. In fact, it's actually a good thing. Their armies are all over here. The entire Ottoman army. Meanwhile, we're moving right through Anatolia. They got caught. It was a bad idea. Back over here, we've got what? A slightly shifting front. Okay. Ah, Metaxas, you're out there attacking. Okay, we're not going to allow him to do that again. He moved right on over, so we're going to get him to just move away. Stand by? Yeah, stand by for right now. I mean, I could just have you attack another easy front right over here. Metaxas, you'll leave that battlefield or just hold on to it. I mean, we don't really need you over here. It's a waste. Though, he's not doing too poorly. The casualties aren't devastating. It's a loss, sure. 110 defense, and 70 men on his side. Metaxas was unfortunately unable to win his battle, but it happened. Now, their prince is going after Demetrios, which is a good thing. We have a new event right over here, a doctrine of iron and steam. The introduction of vessels with metal-skinned hulls represents nothing less than a revolution in naval warfare, no kidding. We could work on our navy offense, but what about power projection? Byzantium rules the waves. True. So we'll do that at the moment. Oh, we won up here. Great. Okay, hold on. Before we do anything new, we need to ensure that we have no allies over here who want to attack. They don't need to do that. So, Ioannis, I could have you push out. They have some more men close by, but look who's over here. Mavromatis. He's winning. Good. All right, Metaxas, you're over here too. Yeah, they're all attacking over here. Pretty soon, the war should be over, I think. We only need to worry about over 100 battalions right over here. Now, for wounded, we've got nearly 100,000 on their side. Their casualties are pretty extreme. Yeah, we're the ones attacking more often than not, but they're losing a lot more. Defensively, we're going to be okay. They've got some men over here we probably need to watch out. There he is, Demetrios. Don't budge, buddy. Look, Katronus, I want you over here defending. It's a pretty savage front. Yeah, I love being able to isolate their entire army all in one area, while we just kind of wash over them. They've got even more territory. We're about to liberate, what, 2 countries? Here's a pocket. 48 battalions too. Yeah, they probably had to use conscripts, and that's a lot of dead men for nothing. Oh, what a minor battle. Only 1 dead. Oh, you poor unlucky guy. What a crazy fight. Now, we're currently in 1879. We won over here to the northeast. Over to the west, it's a stalemate. It's meant to be. I mean, we took some territory, which is cool and all. We only need to hold on. Oh, you can't even win over here? Yeah, we've got some pretty, I guess, staunch defenses, and they're not budging at the moment. My GDP is doing fine. We've got a lot more electricity on the way, thanks to Eastern Thrace. There's a lot of room to build up over there. I had to, of course, change up a lot of my markets over here, a lot of my trade routes. Look at that fertilizer. It's quite cheap. It's quite nice. We're able to produce a lot. All right, so now we'll move up in speed just to watch over the war for a brief period of time. We might lose 1 interest, which is fine too. Oh, here's a win. A very nice win. Good job, Mavromatis. There, we took over that entire area. Now, I wonder, they moved where? Don't come over here. We're doing fine over here. Don't budge over in that general area. Good, good. Yeah, they're only holding on. How many dead? Over 500. Over 2,000 wounded. But it's a pretty minor fight at that. There we go. Okay. Now, Italy didn't give up. The Ottoman Empire, they gave up already. That's incredible. I mean, they're going back home then. What are they going to do to us? We could have a peace treaty. I could also go after them directly. I've got options, you know. Yeah. I'm not going to give up. We'll think about it. Gold depleted. But let's have a look at our new lands real quick. So, we need to incorporate. It'll take me, what, 5 years? And over here, 30.1, bureaucracy, not bad. Another 5 years. Their industries are not doing too well. There's a lot of what? Turmoil, devastation. Actually, devastation is really not too bad, largely because we won so quickly. Yeah, they're going to be okay. Turmoil, though, that's going to be a problem for us. Yeah. Largely Bulgarian. Not of our faith either, so it'll take time to really just get them caught up to the rest of our country. Now look at what they're doing. They're trying naval invasions. Their casualties are incredibly high. We have, what, 38 dead? They've got over 2,000 who were dead. What a horrific affair. The song playing right now is really not suitable, but hey, we'll let it go on. Now, I could come over here and change up our requirements. I could say, hey, look, let's have peace eventually. No one is going to agree. All I want are my reparations. And I'm going to get them one way or another. Oh, look at how many are loyal. The radicals, I mean, they're around. Considering we did conquer 2 new states, they're really not improving, which is good for us. Now, they're going to keep on coming over here. They've got to. I don't think they're going to give up. That's a pain for me, because again, eventually they're going to capture some area, but they're not going to be able to move any further. I don't want my people to suffer, but that money would go a long way to helping us out even further. Now, I could also build more construction sectors, but pretty soon we're going to have steel frame buildings. And look at that. I'm going to need a lot more glass. Tools too, and of course, steel. Everything I produce, I'm going to have to produce more of. It never ends. So there we go again. 112 dead to their 3,000. They're willing to keep on doing that over and over and over. Maybe we could go after, I don't know, Sardinia over to the west. Oh, hello. Egypt, what are you doing? Yeah, they're over here. 99 defense. Not going well for you, pal. Yeah, if I did that, they would bring all of their armies over here. We might not be able to hold on to it, though it's an interesting idea. Oh, Austria. Yeah, you're having a pretty bad time. They're not having a good time at all. I just want their war support to go down, so we're going to be here for a little while, just fighting them over and over. All the while, my people are just kind of having a great day. Yeah, it's a major city. They can hear the sounds of warfare, but it's like, who cares? We're doing fine. We've got Demetrios here. He's from his home right now, directing his troops, going, yeah, turn left, pivot right, do something, you'll win. Don't worry about it. I'm Demetrios. I can't be beaten. Now, I would like to potentially protect my coastline. That's probably a good idea, especially if they're trying naval invasions. Let's go do that real quick. We'll just come over here and try to hold on to what we have. I know that we can. We just need to encounter them at sea. And if we do that, maybe we'll take out a few more of them, which is a great idea to me. That war support, still way too high. Mine's incredibly high too, so we'll continue fighting our war because guess what? I'm going to decrease in overall infamy. Yeah. Now, I could use a bit more when it comes to, there we go, influence. Yeah, I want to ensure that I've got 25% for my decay. That's what we need. All right, back over here again. Yeah, Egypt, they're not winning. They did lose a lot. They tried. Good on them. I would rather them not do that again. Yeah, we're here to maintain the peace and calm. And as it currently stands, there's no other battles happening. I've got, of course, my fleets out there trying to find them. Ah, here we go. Oh, look at that battle. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So we've got a major battle going on. They've got 62 warships. Dear God, the casualties are pretty darn high. I mean, even for us, it's going up. Look at that. 20 ironclads. Good luck. We are following the way of the future. That's what we're doing right now. They are not. Oh, enjoy your wood. You're gonna get a few splinters, I think. Poor visibility, I'm not a fan of that. Careful maneuver, so he's doing fine. Uh-oh. Our morale is going down. I think it's all due to numbers. Which means what I should probably do is build up my military even more. Oh, I like that idea. Right over here? Sure, let's do that. Let's say 10 more over there. A few more over here. 8. We'll come on down. Plus 4 to make 20. Actually, let's make it, yeah, a little bit more than that. Perfect. We're gonna have massive fleets all over that are also resupplied, because that's our big thing. We want to ensure that we're able to resupply. Oh my God, look at the wounded. What a naval battle. Here's another one over here. We are winning. We had 4 at the very beginning. They had what? 52? Well, that was a minor fight anyway. It's over. They're losing it. Yeah, my fleets might need to go back home later. But They have only one warship left. Devastating. Absolutely incredible. 0. Nearly 5,000 sailors dead. Nearly 15,000 wounded. It didn't go their way. That was awesome. That's what I'm talking about. We're out there stampeding all over them. When it comes to losses over here, they've got what? Quite a few. Now, my soldiers get to stand by now. It's only my fleets who are out there fighting, but we're going to work on them. Of course, I need more electricity, so we'll let some time pass, and I doubt they'll make any major moves if my fleets catch them, but we'll see. It's about time to end our war. I'm not going to get my reparations. I don't want to conquer their lands. I wanted to see if I could beat them at sea, and I was able to. Now, we are going to work on government administration. I need a lot more. We'll continue to need more. And over here, it looks like Serbia has a rebellion. Ah. Look at Tronus, go help them out. Take care of it for us, alright? Do they really need us? Maybe not, but they're going to get us anyway. So, right now, I don't want to fight any wars. I've got my influence quite high, which is good, because we want that infamy decay, which I love to mention. We are still infamous. I want to go down to maybe 30. Other powers around us are having issues, and dear God, Germany, fighting Russia. Your casualties are incredible. Nearly all due to attrition, not even battles. I mean, look at where they're marching into. That can't be kind to them. Oh, look at their navies, 29 to 40. They don't have a lot. We could begin to break down Russia. It would be very hard. Now, we've got steel frame buildings. Great. Oh, that's going to be really good. It won't be cheap, no, but that's all right. We'll take it right now. Yeah, I'll need more glass, explosives, tools, and steel. All right. So we're going to have a few changes in jobs. We just need to retrain people. But look at my building capability. Now, that's nearly at 500. That's incredible. Let's come over here. We could use some more active research. Let's work on pump jacks. I want some automatic irrigation and oil rigs too. Oil rigs would be great to have, as I've got to get some oil. So we're not going to worry about too much right now. I've got some trade routes over here that I could change up. Yeah, more steel would be great. Italy, we don't have to be unfriendly, you and me. I'll need more ports too. But look at that money. Investment pool transfer. It's really shooting back up now. Yeah, we're now being paid how much? A lot of money. Huh, over 100,000 in my diplomatic packs. Thank you, Russia, Egypt. Egypt is making more money than ever before. Again, we're kind of like codependent. They give me a lot of raw goods to where I'm going to be able to focus on industry. Let's get steel from, of course, France. We won't have to worry about tariffs or anything. We just need some raw goods coming in. And Confederate? Wait, Confederate? They have an interest in the Nile. Oh, look at that. It happened. It finally happened. 1881. The president, Edward Thayer. All right, he's a jingoist. That's interesting. Over here, Ichabod. Ichabod Miller. What a name. I love it. Okay, their GDP not very high. Oh yeah, they're in trouble. They lost pretty much the core lands where they could make a lot of money. The Confederacy could win. They might win. I mean, look at those battalions. They're a great power, ranked 7th, which is crazy again. I would like to one day go after Cuba, I think. Yeah, I mean, look at that literacy, that GDP. That would be a great base of operations. I would love to go after it. Now, if we did, we would need to fight Spain. Okay, I'll do it. I don't mind. Well, hold on. I need to get my infamy down, and we actually need more influence. Yeah, 19.3%. No, that won't do. We need even more, which means we need a good rival. It could be Russia. They could be our rival. Or even Spain over here. Yeah, why not? Give me more influence. Feed me. There. Perfect. All right. So over here, we've got what? A major war over in Darfur. Did you really need all that aid, Great Britain? Oh, dear God. Let's not fight them. Not right now. Yeah, that's over. That was quick. So we're going to spend our time, for now, just building up. Oh, urbanized Byzantium. We did it. Winds of change. Attica has come a long way since our attention was first brought to it, going from small houses and scattered farmlands to being on its way to becoming a blooming metropolis. All right. Let's get more loyalists. I like that. I mean, we actually have more than radicals, which is a great feat. Yeah, have a look at Attica. They're doing great. Every location over here is doing quite well. And we are also very stable. Now, my major goal is to come over here to Hungary later. Yeah, that would be nice. They've got a little revolution going on at the moment. A camera unlocked, so more prestige. Unlocks what? Photographic art. So now we have a new production method. Let's get rid of a few trade routes. There we go. That should do it. We'll come back over to buildings real quick. Urban buildings. Here we go. Yeah, do it right now. More paper, more tools. Produce what you need. Covered markets, not cheap, but that's okay too. Now again, our steel would go up. I could wait. Nah, we'll do it now. I've got the money. I've got the means. We might as well do it now. Another event. The voice of the nation. Land of warriors, land of splendor. Of this nation, the proud defenders. Oh, typo. Born from the night and blessed by day, our fate will be completed today. Alright, true. I mean, based on how quickly we're able to build, that might be true. So I think I'll spend the rest of 1881, maybe even 1882, just allowing our factories to be built up. I want to ensure that we have more industry than ever before. We are getting more loyalists. We've got less radicals. I mean, they are going up, but not by much. Our population, nearly 30 million. Standard of living, 16.9. Literacy, 60.7. GDP, 153 million. Only rising too, by the way. In 1884, on December 25th, we now have an infamy score of only 7.2. That's really good. We are no longer social pariahs of our international community. People do not hate us anymore. Let's have a look over here at a few bits of information because we have many good decisions we need to push on. So I would like to work on, of course, right of assembly. Our chance to pass it is pretty darn good. There are people who hate it, but not too much. The armed forces would go down by 5, 9 to 4. Petit bourgeois, who have gained a lot of power, 12 to 7. Landowners would be at -1, but they're very weak. The church, they're done for, so who cares? Now, there will be no debate over here, which is great. We could stall out, which has a low chance. We could advance, which has a chance of 48.9%. That's really good. Over here, our chance to pass it, quite high. So after that, people should hopefully be a little bit happier. That's my hope anyway. Other laws we might change, it really depends on what we need and what we're able to really help out. I know that eventually we'll want to get rid of child labor. No one is a fan over here, so we'll definitely want to get rid of that, and hopefully quickly. Yeah, we'll wait for our current law to pass, and then we'll come over here and pass it. Of course, I could pass it first, and that would please so many different parties. I mean, they would be so happy for that to happen. They've changed their views, which is a good thing. For institutions, I'm going to work on level 4 for colonial affairs. We want our colonies to grow. Social security, I've not really pushed on. I could, but I'll need more bureaucracy. I mean, a lot more. I'm at 315, but I need more. Down over here, we're going to work on law enforcement level 4. I don't want radicals. No, they need to go away. So we're going to have a very strong police state. I've not done much with my health system, not yet, but one day I'll do that. Yeah, we're quite legitimate. We are getting a few more radicals, but we'll try to work on that. And I'm currently suppressing the petit bourgeois. They're by far too powerful. They have got to go away. They no longer have Dracos. I did like them a lot. Now, Otto over here is only 69. His heir is 28. Look at him go. Huh. Good for you, young man. All right. For our budget, we're only taxing services, and that's it. I don't even have to. I'm choosing to, but I don't have to. Our gold reserves, 13 million. So I'm going to work on even more construction until we have over 500. Now, beyond that, I could lower taxes. I could potentially just say, hey, look, we don't need as much money, but that would be bad for me. People would get used to it. Down over here, I could increase wages for our military, which actually wouldn't hurt too much. Yeah, it really wouldn't. The armed forces would like it a lot. Over here, I could get the intelligentsia and petit bourgeois to like me more, but that would cost me a lot more, so we're not going to do that. All right, so for our markets over here, I'm working on more infrastructure over in Eastern Thrace. Look at that GDP, 25 million. Lower Egypt over here, 18.2 million. That's pretty wild, actually. Yeah, let's have a look at Alexandria. Right over here, we've got a major port city. That GDP, 5.40 million, but it's over in Lower Egypt where they make a lot. I mean, their GDP, all things considered, is really not too bad. They're not developed, but look at that standard of living. Huh, they're doing quite well. They have a lot of farmers and they're just okay. So, our military, we've got all that we need at the moment. Our navy is what we probably need to look a little bit more at. So, we did pick up the Monitor. 40 for offense and defense for the Ironclad, but now we've got 10 more. We're also able to what? Project even more power. That means we're going to be even more intimidating, and the overall cost of what we have is really not too high. Do we want more? Sure, but the cost, again, isn't that bad. I mean, I've been able to really decrease the overall cost of everything. We are building 17 new railways all over. That's got to help out quite a bit. Construction continues to go on. I mean, I've got pages over here, not too many planned out, but just enough. Macedonia, they're going to have a boom in education, then even more railways after that, just to ensure that I'm able to easily expand. Now, I would love to hear from all of you what our strategy should be. I know that I want to go over here to Banjar, where they have a lot of oil. I mean, a lot of oil. Let's have a look. 22 oil rigs. And each one produces what? 60 oil? They also have 10 rubber plantations. We need rubber, we need oil. Thankfully, Banjar doesn't seem to really have any friends. I mean, they're regional, but that's it. But no major friends who could hurt me. Yeah, none. We could easily come down over here. We would lose a lot due to malaria and other issues, but if we could conquer everything over here, if we could beat the Dutch East Indies, maybe we could own a majority of Southeast Asia, because right now, Great Britain, I mean, they've got a few bits of land, but not too many. No, they do not. Now, what's very curious to me is Great Qing. Great Qing over here, they, of course, have a lot of power. They've got a large GDP, over 300 million people, but they have friends too. They're allied to Japan, and they've got, of course, a defensive pact over with Korea. So, as of right now, despite China being fractured, they would be hard to beat. They have a pretty powerful state on their side who still hasn't been opened up. I say powerful, but having that on your side for your overall economy would be a boon. There's probably so many raw goods over there that we could use. Yeah, I'm going to spend more money. I've got plenty saved up right now, and I want to try to get my literacy up to 80%. That's my next goal, is to just really get that upwards. So we could conquer over here in Southeast Asia. We could move further over here into Africa, but the great powers, they're all over. Now, we could also go after Macau. Portugal, we could beat. Yeah, they don't have really any naval force at all. They have very few men, so we could easily get over there and beat them. They've got some friends. Anyone major? Well, Spain. Yeah, it's really Spain, but our biggest issue... Oh, okay, hold on. A protectorate of Great Britain. That alone is a major issue, and it looks like right now people like them a lot. So no, never mind, we can't do that. See, that's why we've got to look carefully. And I could support the Confederate States over here only to get raw goods from them and to ensure the US doesn't really regain any power. We could also go after Cuba, where they are very literate. They've got some pretty decent goods over there. South America might be a tough one to break into, like Brazil. They have so many raw goods. Defensive pact over here. Let's see, trade agreement. Yeah, they could also be a great target, I think. All the raw goods we could really want over here. They're not liked by Spain, Portugal, or Great Britain. Their military is okay, but we would be able to stop all of them, I think. I doubt they have what we have. Yeah, their population pretty low. We're at 31.5 million. We've got a lot more on our side. And we also need to choose if we want to expand our military anymore. Yeah, we've got, what, 3 fleets? We've got our 4 generals. We've got a lot. They're getting older, but they're not dying on us. Oh, yeah, we've also got over here bicycle messengers. So, more offense, and we're able to capture more land too, a bit more power projection. That's why we need more rubber. Well, one reason why, anyway. Okay, everyone. We're done for right now. Thank you for watching. Do leave a like and comment right down below, and I want to give a major thank you to all of my patrons and YouTube supporters. Thanks to you, we're doing this. Alright, until then.